Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next episode review of The Last of Us. And I'm super excited to be talking about episodes 3, 4, and 5 tonight. Some very good friends of mine. So I'm going to bring them in. Let's bring in our good friend, Shiro.
Hello. How you
Hello.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
All right, and let's bring in our other good friend, Michelle and Reed.
Hello.
Hi.
You need to show me how you do those intros because they're so
Right?
cool.
Yes, they really are.
I can send you a link to the website I use.
Do it because it's so fancy. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a ton of them on there. You
Oh,
just
really?
put pictures and or videos on there. You can make like video like intros or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Teach me your ways. Oh, let me pull up the stream on my tablet so I can see the chat. I want to be up to date.
Hello,
Hey,
Max.
Max is here? What's up,
Yep.
Max?
Yes.
And
JMC.
JMC2.
Hi.
Hell yeah.
How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm chilling.
Same.
I'll look at my notes too. I have
Yes.
notes, I swear.
No,
Are we just going to go in order?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So last time we talked about episodes 1 and 2, so this time is 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So episode 3 was like so emotional.
I can't look at strawberries the same way.
Yep.
I know.
Oh, wait.
So
Look.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
You're wearing it.
I was like, I might as well. I don't know why I don't wear this for
Yeah,
these videos.
I need a Last of Us shirt. I don't have one. I need to get one.
You gotta invest in one. Let's go.
What's up, July? How you
What's up,
doing?
July?
Hi, July.
But like basically a majority of episode 3 was revolved around Billy and Bill and
Frank.
Yes.
Mhm. It's okay.
Yeah, it was very depressing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's
Yes.
a beautiful episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, it's honestly, I feel like one of the most beautiful love stories I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just the progression of it, and you could just like, I feel like you could just feel it, you know? Like, it feels so authentic. And even with the way they were aging, like, I believe they were aging.
Yeah, same here. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They played it so well. Like, when I got to like the point where they were older, I was just like I felt like they were older. I was like, no, don't get old.
Yep.
But it just shows how long they were like surviving together and living together through all that.
Broke my damn heart.
Neil.
Yeah, freaking Neil
And Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Both of
That's
them.
true. Now we gotta blame both of them, not just Neil. I like that Bill is more developed
Yes.
than in the game. He feels more fleshed out.
Yeah.
Because we only get hints of like his other sides through like certain little dialogue here and there, or like when he finds the note, or you know, all that. But the show really gave us time to just learn more about him, you know.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
what
I
I
know,
liked about. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Because like, isn't it like in the game where you don't necessarily see Frank, but he's mentioned in like notes and stuff? Is that right?
Yeah.
Or just
Yeah, like they only find Frank when he's already dead,
Yeah.
which is what was also very sad.
Yes.
Like he's already dead and he left a note for Bill that was a very angry note. So I'm glad that they got a happier ending on the show compared to the game.
yeah. It was a sad but beautiful ending.
Yeah.
When they had the final dinner, even before he poured the drink, I was like, why do I feel like Bill's gonna take it too? I'm like, there's no way he's gonna want to just keep on by himself.
That's what I was thinking, but I was hoping that he was gonna be alive. But then I just kept thinking, and I was just like, yeah, he's probably gonna take it too. And I'm just like, oh, great, here I go, gotta cry more.
There's like a bunch of memes going around of being like, episode 3, you're crying, and then episode 4, okay, this is a nice break, and then episode 5, heartbreak.
Oh god. Oh yeah,
Oh my
they should
God.
just get ready for more though, right?
Yeah, I mean, without, I guess, saying what happens in the game, I
Mhm.
feel like there's at least 2 more parts that are going to be really intense in the feels. Because there's, like, I'm saying, like, big ones. Not like the...
Okay, okay,
Because,
yep.
like, a big one would be the DLC.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Left
And then the
Behind.
other one is probably going to be the David stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Oh
'cause-
gosh.
I'm gonna go hide.
I feel like those are going to be the 2
Yeah.
big, like, I'm going to be sobbing.
And now I finally know what happened in the DLC because I finally played it. So
Yay.
Took you long enough.
Jesus.
I know.
I'm always gonna come for you for that. Why is this not loading for me? I'm trying to get the chat on my tablet.
But even like in the
Tablet work.
beginning of the episode, I really liked how they had that little scene with Joel and Ellie, like going through the woods and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like it was cool.
Mm-hmm. I like that we're starting to see a development between the 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Especially through like episodes 4 and 5.
mm-hmm. All the bickering that they have is the funniest shit. I can't even. The way they just banter with each other. She called him a lazy ass. He's like, I'm 56, you little shit. I love it how just
So-
they just, or when they were like, Ellie's like, oh, he's not my dad, and he's like, I'm not her dad.
Yep. Yep.
Made me think of that meme. You seen that meme with that kid that's like, you're not my dad.
That's Ellie.
Yep, I was like,
That's
Ellie.
Ellie.
I love them.
In episode 3, when Ellie and Joel were going to Bill and Frank's, when
Mhm.
Joel explained how the infection spread, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was like a really good, like,
It was-
wow.
Like interesting to see that confirmed in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they're saying they think happened, because I remember
Yeah.
that was a theory people were having after watching the first episode, because people kept pointing out how they didn't eat certain foods,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was like, that'd be interesting, and then
They
ended up
just
being
came
the case.
out, Joel just came out and said it.
I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, well, there it goes, theory confirmed.
And now I'm in real life thinking, should I eat this?
Right?
I know.
And I'm like, well, I can't eat cereal. I can't eat this. I can't eat
Can't
that.
eat
Well,
bread.
Can't eat pancakes. Well, looks like I'm not gonna eat anything.
Right? You can have water.
Good. That's better than nothing.
You can hydrate.
Yep.
Oh, because I'm looking at my notes for episode 4. I really liked how they changed the scene when Ellie shoots the guy. Like, I think it worked the way the game does. It works well for the game, but I think for
Yeah.
the show it was important. They used that moment to really show how savage Joel can be.
Yes.
And someone made a good comparison. They go, the guy that Ellie shot and the way he's like, begging for his life, someone goes, he's like that last NPC that's left alive when you
Oh, yeah,
kill a
they
bunch of
die.
when you kill a bunch of bad guys, and there's always that one last one that's like, don't do it. No. I'm like, yeah, he was the last NPC.
Yeah, that makes a lot of yep. Now that you said that, now I totally think about that now. And
I can't see it.
he's like, my mom's just down the street. I'm like, what would that make them stop hurting you just because you said your mom?
Because he's trying to guilt them. I mean, like, here's the thing. I don't think he was being malicious when he was saying that. Like, I honestly do think he was terrified. Because if you look at him, he was younger than the other guys.
Yeah.
I do think he was genuinely terrified. But I mean, when you're in that position, how can you trust him? Like, I wouldn't trust him. You know, like I would feel bad. But I wouldn't trust him because the second he takes him to the hunters, what are they gonna do? The hunters are either gonna put them away and or kill them. Yeah, we've seen the hunters don't care if you're not one of them.
Yep.
So,
you're done.
You're done. I thought that was really good, especially since in the game, Ellie using the gun for the first time and then Joel eventually letting her keep it is such a big trusting moment between the two of them, and I think the show did a good job of keeping that but still changing it to match the changes they've made with the show.
Yes.
Oh, pun book. I just wrote pun book.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, Ellie's pun book.
It was so good seeing them laugh together. That made me so happy. That pun book came in clutch because it not only brought her closer to Joel, but it also made Sam laugh too, which was cute.
Oh, that part. I was just
laughing with her.
Oh, it reminded. I know they didn't have the berries, but that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah,
when they were like trying to like throw the berries in the mouth. That was done with the joke book, and I was just like,
that was so cute. Still got to laugh together, and they had a lot of happy moments together because there was that. And there was when they were playing games together, you know, and like Ellie even was able to make his last night a more comforting one compared to the game, because in the game he suffered through that alone. He didn't tell anyone that he was infected.
That's
true.
But in the show, he told Ellie, and I'm like,
oh.
I honestly think that was like a good decision that they did that.
Yeah, it definitely made it more meaningful.
Because then they showed like Ellie trying to like use her blood to save him and everything, and that just made me really sad. I was like, this isn't in the game.
Something interesting about the blood. Did you heard the podcast or no?
Yeah, I did.
I like how Neil said that he put that in there for all the people who try to claim, oh, why can't she just use her blood? He said he put it in there so people can see it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what he did say.
Hey, I would have done the same thing too. I would be like, y'all want to give me all this crap thinking it's gonna work? Okay, here you go. It doesn't work.
Yep.
Also, Max says there wasn't no robot. Max, the robot is in one of the scenes in the background. It's not used, but
it is.
Robot, yeah,
I didn't see it. I was trying to look all over this, like all over, like where is it?
It's in a yellow bin, so it's kind of hard to see. But
because it is yellow and blue.
Yeah, so it's like if you like pause it and like really look, it's there. I know.
I like how they had the drawing of the two guys from the tunnels.
Yeah, Ish.
Yep, Ish and
I forget the other one's name. But that was cool.
Not me looking at my phone.
Hey Donnell, what's up? And thank you for the resub. I appreciate it.
Oh, Kathleen was an interesting addition.
So she's not a character in the game, right?
No.
Same with Perry.
I was like, I don't remember her from the game.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I thought that was cool because it gave more to the hunters, you know? In the game, we literally just kill them. We learn nothing about them. We're just like, oh, you're in our way. Pow, pow.
Perry the platypus. See, I should have wore that shirt today.
You have one?
Yes.
I love that.
It's just his face, like it's his eyes and mouth.
You should You should wear it next time. Did you see, speaking of Perry, did you see that Jeffrey Pierce tweeted a bunch of new set photos today?
He did?
Yeah.
When?
Like an hour ago.
I was
Oh.
eating dinner.
He put up this cute photo of him and Pedro. Wait, come on. It's probably not gonna.
Aw.
Oh, gonna make me cry now.
And then he did him and Bella. Like he put up a whole bunch.
Did he get a picture with the bloater?
Oh, he did post one with the bloater.
Really?
Yeah, like
It
not
blows my
next to it,
mind
but
that
like
the
they're like just you probably won't be able to see it, but they're like facing each other.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Like when they were filming.
it really
I'm like-
blows my mind that the bloater was actually a guy and it wasn't CGI.
I
Freaking
straight up
suit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because after the episode, I was just thinking, I was like, okay, I could see all the stalkers and the clickers are all real people. But then I'm just thinking, I was like, is the bloater an actual person or is it CGI? And then like when you watch the like behind the episode after the whole episode's over, I was like, they're not showing the bloater, so is it CGI? And then literally like the next day there was that article, and I was just like,
Yeah, they posted more photos today of the suit too. So I'm like,
oh, it's so detailed, it's insane.
it's
That's crazy.
disgusting in the best way.
$500,000 to make that.
Mm.
That's what they said. That's what the actor said. $500,000.
I mean, I believe it. They had a big ass budget, so
True.
damn. I wonder. I feel like once the whole season's out, they're probably gonna release like a full behind the scenes thing. You
I
know,
hope
like
they do.
more in depth.
I hope they do.
I
love
also
that.
hope we get more bloaters. That better not be the only bloater this season.
I know there needs to be one more.
I'm worried
Well,
because of
two
the
more.
podcast. They made it sound like that was the only one, and I'm like,
That's what it's. Yep, that's what it sounded like too. I was just like, really? There's one. I don't know if I should say it.
there's more than one in the game.
There's
You know?
3 more in the game somewhere.
Yeah, mixed around. So I don't know. I hope.
I haven't played the game.
Wait, what?
I'm joking.
No, I was like, did I hear you right? I was like, that's not true. Max says bloater is bae. Max, you need to stop.
Well, did you see the actor who's under the costume?
Okay, but that's different.
And they
That
said,
dude is ripped.
and he's like 6 foot and 6 inches tall. I would have been like, "Hi, sir. Yep. I'm just gonna go over here."
Hello. James C goes, wait, there's a game? Oh my god, I had no idea.
Yeah, the
I don't-
game is made after the show.
Oh, it's based off the show. Okay.
Mhm. Yep. Someone came into my chat one day when I was playing part 1, and they said that, and I was like, "What?" Yes, this game was made right after the first episode aired.
Oh my
Man, they
God.
made it so quick.
They polished it and everything. And
That was very quick.
It's amazing. What skill. Oh my god, James C.
the game doesn't follow the show. How dare? Oh,
How
jeez.
dare they? Oh, I thought it was really interesting that they made they had Sam be deaf in the show, and they were saying how Craig was saying how he was trying to think of how he could change their dynamic when
Mhm.
compared to Ellie and Joel, because he didn't want it like to be like an exact comparison, just like a bit of a mirror image, but not the same.
Yeah.
I thought that
Mhm.
was smart, and it's crazy that they only had 5 auditions for that role.
I know.
I was like,
Wow.
because he put out, Craig was like, desperate to find someone. So I remember when he tweeted that too. I was like, I remember when they were doing the casting, I was like, why is this the only one getting an open call? And now I know it's because they were struggling to find someone that fit what they needed. And he thought he was going to get 80 auditions. He only got 5. That is crazy
Yeah.
for a role like that.
Yeah.
But he was
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
He was.
Oh, I know.
I just want to put him in my pocket. It's so tiny.
I liked how
Max-
they showed what happened with Henry and Sam leading up to when they meet up with Ellie and Joel.
I did like that too. Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
kind of saw how the hunters were as well. Like they were just
Mhm.
dragging that Fedra soldier behind the truck, and at first I couldn't tell what was stuck in the body, and then I zoomed in, and it was just all these knives or something.
It
Mhm.
was knives.
Yeah,
I was trying to
Yeah.
figure out what it was.
I thought it
Ooh.
was like they were infected or something already when I
Mhm.
first saw it.
Mhm.
I like that we got to see the shootout from their point of view.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
It was a smart way to show how they found them. Because I was like, how did they find them in the
That's
building?
what I was wondering too.
Yeah. Out of all the buildings in the city, they ended up in that one somehow, all the way up 30 some flights of stairs.
God, I got tired just looking at those stairs.
I probably
Like-
would have been able to go up like 5, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill here for like 5 hours.
Yeah, they made it to what, 33? I think it was.
Yeah.
That's
33
a
or 34
lot.
or something like that. That's a lot.
That's why I couldn't survive an apocalypse. That's too much work for me.
Max said today is the 9th anniversary of Left Behind.
It is. Yes, it is. Still
Pretty
makes me
soon
cry.
we're gonna get an episode on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hope it's a full episode. I hope it's not just like a little, you know.
I'm not shaking my head.
Wait, you don't want a full episode?
No, I'm saying it is a full episode.
Why do I feel like you're playing mind games with me?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, is it a full episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, see, wait, okay, without going into details, that's what's kind of worrying me a little bit, is we only have 9 episodes this season. We got 4 left. How are they going to
Yeah.
fit so much in 4? I really hope some of those 4
Yeah.
are over an hour. Because we've had over an hour episodes, but I don't
The
know.
next one is, or close to it.
The
Over an hour?
episode 4 was only 45 minutes, right?
That was so short. When it
Yeah.
ended, I sat there and I was like, huh?
Yeah, so people said they should have combined it like 4 and 5. But then I'm like, that would have been way too long.
I mean, I would have been fine.
And it
with
was like
that.
it was like a show to like lead up to it.
I just. They should do at least 10 episodes. I don't know why they took it down to 9.
Well, when I listened to the podcast, they said it was going to be 10 episodes, but the reason why they shortened it was because the first episode was actually supposed to be episode 1 and 2, and basically they said, I think it said when it like time jump, it was just going to stop right there. Or it was going to stop before that. So it was going to stop like right after Sarah.
It was a
Or
good thing it
something.
didn't. Because that would have been weird.
And then
Yeah.
episode 2 would have been all that stuff with Joel and Tess and all that, and then meeting Ellie. But they said it was like the right move to put them
Mhm.
together, because I think even they said HBO was like, what just happened? So that's why they put them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would feel like a weird place to stop.
Mm-hmm.
No one who plays the game is going to
There's-
stop at that point to take a break. They're going to want to know what happens next. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so abrupt. I'm glad they changed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can we talk about the fact that there was a clicker kid? Because that's never been a thing in the games. I've always wondered
Yeah.
why it wasn't, but the show really said yeet when that kid jumped.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I was screaming. I nearly lost my voice. I was so stressed throughout that whole big battle sequence.
Yeah, that whole scene was just
Stressing me out. I was like on the edge of my seat, and I'm just freaking out. And my mom's like watching. She was like watching the whole thing, and I'm just sitting there like. And then, like when the young girl climbed in the car. Okay, at first I thought it was a normal click, like an adult clicker or like a teenager.
Mhm.
But then when she started flipping, and I saw I'm like, wait a minute, that's a kid.
Those flips.
And
yeah.
apparently she was wearing a Blue's Clues shirt
Mhm.
too. And I was
Aw.
just like,
That's messed up.
the actress
Yeah.
the actress is only 9 years old too.
I know. I was checking out the stuff about her. She's like a gymnast and all this stuff. They were saying they had her on wires. I'm like, imagine her just flipping around the little
With a
clicker.
I've been like, yeah, nope.
And then she's the one who gets Kathleen
Yep.
at the end.
Which was great because Kathleen kept being like,
Came back
kids
around.
die all the time. Yeah, well then you got killed by a kid.
Came back around and got her.
That was some good karma.
Yep.
I like what they did with her character, and I also like that her character really gave a chance for Jeffrey Pierce to also shine. Like they really bounced off each other really well. I think both their characters were really good. I like seeing their dynamic and learning about their history, especially when they're in her childhood bedroom and she's talking about her brother. Like it really like humanized her for a minute and showed like how Perry just really has her back no matter what. I didn't want him to die, man. But I mean, if there's one way to go, that's definitely a cool way to go. I would be fine with that. That would mean I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Rip my head off.
This is my dream.
Get that big boy. I want that.
In the podcast, I forget. Was it? I think it was Craig that said they wanted him to be ripped from the waist, not the head. And like they were like, "What? There's no way for a human to get ripped like that from the waist." So that's why they went for the head.
Yeah, because they did try it out.
Yeah, they said they
couldn't make it look. They couldn't make it look like great. They got close, but not enough. But they were like, scrap it. I mean, the head works. I think.
Yeah. Well, it's so close to the game because when you die to a bloater in the game, both part 1 and 2, the bloater like it hits you, it grabs you, it pulls you around, and
the way
like it's literally like ripping.
Oh yeah, just doesn't it like rip your jaw off or something? Yeah.
In the remake, in the remake, Joel's eyes like popping out of his head, his eyeball. It's just like, ugh.
It's so nasty.
And I'm like, I just saw an edit that's on Twitter, and someone actually commented under one of Jeffrey's posts, and it was like a Joel death animation and an Ellie death animation, and then the TV show like all in a row. It's down to the detail.
That's great.
I'm just like, yes.
I love it. I was so nervous when nervous and also like impressed with like when Joel was doing the sniping, because it made me think of like in the game, you have to do that, you have to snipe and protect them.
But it's in the day.
Yeah, I thought it was so smart that they changed it to nighttime because
it made it so much cooler.
Yeah, it made it cooler. It was a great set piece, and then it makes more sense for Joel to be able to get to the sniper that way.
Yeah,
have it be this old man that can't really see well in the dark.
Yeah.
That whole sequence was just insane.
They like did that really well. Yeah, they did that really well with the sniper. Like it made me feel like I was playing the game again. And for people who haven't played the game, you're just like, and then like when Joel's just like making sure like Ellie's not getting hurt when he was like following her, and like Ellie's prone crawling. I was just like, they don't have that in the game.
I was glad she got to use her knife.
Yeah.
Killed those infected that were going after Sam and Henry.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing happened.
I was trying to be in denial.
I thought they're gonna be fine. They're fine.
It's okay. It's okay. They're fine.
Yeah, like the whole time I was trying to figure out how Sam would get infected.
And then
because I already knew he does in the game, and I'm like thinking to myself, how is he gonna get infected? So.
You know what like made me so frustrated with the podcast was Neil mentioning that in the game originally Henry wasn't gonna die, and that with the show they were thinking different endings for the two characters, but they ended up just sticking to the game. And he's like, I'm not gonna say what the alternate ideas are because I don't want people to get mad. I'm like, tell me. You can't just be like, oh, we have other ideas and then not elaborate, sir. I would like to know.
Yeah,
And it's not like he doesn't talk about other paths before. Like with part 2, he's talked about all the different routes they almost took with the game, you know?
Mhm.
So why can't you just tell me what would have happened to Henry? I need to know. It drives me crazy because
They
it could
won't
go so
tell
many
us.
different ways, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, when I listened to the podcast yesterday and I heard that, I was just like, huh?
Did you see what someone in the chat said?
Oh, jeez.
Why was the bloater thick though? Gonna make me act up?
Yep,
I
that's
can't.
Stacy. That's Stacy. Yep.
I saw some thirst edits over the bloater. I was
Oh
like, y'all
no,
need
they're
to
all over.
stop.
They're all over. They're all over.
I can't.
And I'm just sitting here like, the bloater's been here since 2013. Where have you all been?
Where have y'all been? You should be thirsting since 2013. Oh. When I was looking at the behind the scenes photos of the suit, I was zooming in. I almost threw up. Seeing all like the little like balls of pus. No. I want to pop them.
Well, you might get you might get
I'll
a
put a
an
mask
acid
on.
cloud in your face, but
Well, I don't think it has that in the show.
it
so
doesn't.
If I do the show version, it's fine. I'll put some gloves on, put a mask. I'll just pop them up. Ew. I can't even say it with a serious face.
Oh my gosh.
I like that they kept the conversation the same between Ellie and Sam at the end.
I know.
When she gave him a hug, I started crying.
And then it's so sad how Elise said she was gonna stay up with him, but she fell asleep. And you notice how Sam was turned around.
Mm-hmm.
So when she woke up, it's just too sad. I can't say.
And then, like at the very end, the last scene where they bury them both, and she puts that letter on his grave. I'm sorry.
It was so damn
I
sad.
lost it.
And like, I feel like the episode, it sets up a lot in terms of like themes and
Mhm.
tone and where Ellie and Joel are gonna go later on, like the kind of people they become. Because this shows Ellie going through like the trauma of losing them and then kind of shutting it off to try and be like Joel because she really, looks up to him and she's kind of learning from him. And we see that kind of switch off when she's like, oh, which direction are we going? But the conversation with Joel and Henry when they're waiting in the tunnels, I thought was such a smart conversation to add because it really foreshadows, without going into detail, foreshadows who Joel is going to become by the end of the story.
Mhm.
You know? Like, I feel like, especially for people who haven't played it, it's going to help them better understand why he does what he does and how he acts. You know? Because Henry's big on, like, I will do anything for Sam. It's like, we know someone else who will do anything for someone.
Yeah. But not people
Yeah.
who have seen the games yet, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a good plant
Yeah,
that'll pay off
Yeah.
later.
that was the same thing with Bill's note too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Being
It's
like,
like they just keep each episode.
little seeds that they're planting in there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Max, did your friend catch up on the show? Max been telling me that his friends finally hopped on and started watching. It's crazy. Like, it seems every week there's more and more views for the show.
Did they
But-
say?
I don't think they said for what the views were for this last one, but it's crazy when you think about it in like a future sense because there's also a lot of people out there that want to watch it, but they're waiting till it's over so they can binge it. So who knows like how many more views
Yeah.
it's gonna get after
Oh,
that?
it's gonna get more.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
way more.
For sure.
And like, I was probably thinking of like even going back after the whole season's over, just rewatching the whole thing too.
Oh, I'm gonna. I can't help myself.
We know you will.
I mean, I'm
Play the
predictable with
game at
that.
the same time that you're watching it.
I'm gonna replay it again too. That's for sure. But I'm waiting till it's done to replay it.
Yeah.
I want to replay it too.
Speed run it.
Speed.
That's what I'm doing.
I've been playing through Uncharted, and apparently that's a game that's really popular to speed through.
Oh,
And
it
I'm like-
is.
I'm like, how do people do this?
I did it for the first game to get the trophy, and I was like, so this is what it feels like to speed run.
It's crazy. Kudos to anyone who can do it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I get too nervous. Even if I know a game very well, I'm like, nope.
Watch it for the plot, aka Danny.
Definitely a reason to.
Like, what were your like honest like reactions right when the truck went down in the hole and all the infected just shot out? Like I literally was like, I don't know, I don't even remember.
No,
For
I'm not
me-
joking. I almost lost my voice. Dead ass, my voice was almost gone by the end of the episode because I screamed when they all ran out. I screamed seeing the bloater. I screamed with the little clicker girl. And then I screamed when she jumped on Kathleen, but it was like a, yeah, get that bitch. Beat her ass. And then when Henry gets the gun at the end,
Mm.
I was like, no! Don't do it, Henry, please. Don't do it. And then my voice was gone. I was like, I was in pain.
Yeah, my reaction was when the truck went into the hole, I was like, oh, there's the bloater. And then like when all the clickers and stalkers came out, like just raging, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, ugh. And then I was just sad when Henry got the gun at the end. And how his reaction was to like when Sam was attacking Ellie, and then Joel was trying to go over to her and rescue her from Sam, and like just that whole scene was just sad, but it was so well done.
It was.
The way
And
Ellie
then-
was like
then-
screaming for Joel, I was like, no.
And then her reaction to Henry shooting Sam and then shooting himself in the head.
Oh my god. That was just
It felt so real, her
did.
reaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, if anyone out there tries to say she's not a good actress, I'm like, you are lying to yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, just especially that whole episode, I feel like Bella really captured the
Ellie.
essence of Ellie in it. Like,
A lot.
I think Bella did great in the other episodes too.
Yeah.
But this one had like more opportunities for the different layers of Ellie.
Mhm.
You know, you have like her silly side, her more serious side, the guilt ridden side where she just like has all this guilt, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, Bella's great. You're in denial
Mhm.
because it's. Wait, what, Max? What do you mean? What do you mean the whole death?
When he was basically talking to Joel in the game, when he was like, "This is all your fault," but technically he was telling himself that.
Yeah,
He was like, "It's all your fault." He blah blah blah, and then yeah, I think that's what
Maybe?
Max is saying. I think.
yeah, because it pretty much like cuts off at around the same point as in the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, in the game, you see more of Joel's reaction, but in the show, you see more of Ellie's reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually like noticing stuff throughout the episode, like, you know, in the game, when Ellie goes talks to Sam, how he has all those cans of food. Like when he's counting what they have. Those are at the beginning of the show when they were up in the attic.
Oh, what, the cans?
Yeah, like that's like they like switched it. And then when they were like done talking, like with the guns in their face, to like when they first woke up, and they were like all sitting around the lantern, that basically showed the part when like Henry, Joel, and Ellie were talking around the food before the sad scene. So it's like they kind of like move stuff around, but they like nodded to the game as well.
Yeah, they pretty much like will just take a lot of moments and aspects from the game, but just like move it around like kind of like a like rearrange it to fit the flow of the show.
Like I still like how they kept the underground, like where the people lived, and the tunnels.
Yeah, I'm glad they kept the tunnels.
And like that whole part with Sam and Ellie when they were like saying endure and survive with the comic book. And I was just like, oh.
I was like, oh.
And then like Ellie was telling Sam like what comics she has and then what comics he had, and then they were playing soccer, and
that was cute.
Oh.
I was so happy to see the comics mentioned. I was like, yes, that's what I wanted.
So do you think the comics take the place of the robot?
What do you mean?
Like, in the game, Ellie got the robot for Sam. Do you think the comic is like that too? Like, do you think Ellie took it, or she left it, or...
I don't know. Like, I kind of hoped she would have his comics, because you know it would just be kind of like a way to kind of have something of his with her. Yeah. Because I remember, what was it in the game? She said she was like, "Oh, I forgot to put the toy on his grave."
Yeah,
something like that. She didn't know what to do with it,
and then she kept it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember we see it in her room.
Yep,
in part 2. So I'm like, I wonder if she would keep. I mean, I would need to keep something to just. I don't know, but I'm sentimental like that. I was gotta have something.
Yeah, I really don't get why in episode 4 why Joel didn't get his backpack before they left that area. It's like they had enough time. The truck was right there.
Oh, you mean from when they crashed?
Yeah, like why didn't he just open the truck door, get the backpack, and then run? It's like, dude, you just like there's goes all your supplies.
Yeah, just left everything there.
I don't know. He seems to be just so big on like just go. Like don't worry about grabbing things. Just go. Like
just trying to get to Wyoming.
It's like he just worried about Ellie having her backpack, but that was it. But I do like how Ellie gave Joel Henry's backpack, which is the backpack he uses in part 2.
Yeah, I like that. Like that detail a lot.
And also, when I was watching, I was like, wait a minute, Henry has Ellie's flashlight from the second game as well. And I was just like, I know that flashlight.
I notice the flashlight every time. I'm always like,
same here.
Flashlight.
I have that. Well, it's
Darren,
like a 3D
what's up,
printed
Darren?
copy, but...
Hi, Darren.
Hey, Darren.
Welcome in.
I wonder though, this next episode, I didn't look too much at the preview.
I did.
I know you did. I was
it's on right after. It's like, how can you not skip it? It's like, boom, it's there.
I don't know. I usually do watch it, but this time for some reason I didn't want to. But like I just saw a glimpse, and I'm like, oh, so it's getting to the part where it's cold. I'm like, but she just got the red shirt, man. Now she's got to change. I wanted her to have the red shirt for longer.
Well, she could probably still have it. It's just all under
She could just put a coat on it over it.
You see how cold it gets over there?
You have to dress up like the Michelin Tire Man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like waddle.
What? Oh wait, I can't say anything. Never mind.
That's like the struggle with it. We gotta like not go too far in the future.
It's like hard.
Especially since we've all played the game.
Mm-hmm.
It
I'm
makes it
saying it's
harder.
like, wait, I can't say that yet. I'm
But I
excited
do
for
like that
next
there are more people like discovering the game because of
Mhm.
the show.
Mm-hmm. And then the PC version coming out, so people who don't have PlayStation
Yeah.
can play it. It's just gonna go up.
That's true.
And then the multiplayer that's coming out that they're making, that they're taking too long to show us something.
I know. I want to see it so bad.
It's like all they showed was like what, 2 pictures, and then that was it. Like, okay, cool.
Darren, that emote is so cute.
Oh, is that Grogu?
Dancing Grogu.
Aw. And thank you. It is a Fantastic Four logo.
That's a cool light.
Uh-huh.
I almost bought one like that of the Jurassic Park logo.
Do it.
It was so expensive. I was like,
Aw.
I saw it at Dragon Con. I was at the vendor hall. Someone was selling it, and it was so expensive. I was like, damn.
Have you
Anyways,
looked
not
on
like I was able
Etsy?
to fly with it. I haven't, but I probably should. Is that where you got yours?
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
have
sure
to
there's
check
one
then.
on there.
Probably. Etsy has everything.
Yep.
It's true. I
I
really
swear, if
like
I
how they
get-
added the scene when they were in the truck with the magazine.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I lost it. I lost it.
That shit was so funny. It was like pretty much line for line.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, people said Ellie stole it from Bill, but it was in the back seat of the truck, wasn't it? Or was
Yeah.
it in her backpack?
It was in the back seat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah, in the game she stole it, but on the show,
Yeah.
just found it.
hmm
I just like Pedro Joel just reaction to it. He's like, it's
No, that ain't for kids.
and then he's
Look at the
just
stress.
I'm gonna pull this car over. That's the vibe I got almost.
For real. His expression was just too good.
Oh, the coffee part too.
He's so petty. He's like, let me slurp this coffee in front of her because she hates it.
Yeah. Wait, this. Hold on. I have it somewhere.
What?
A streamer I follow had Pedro and Bella, Joel, and Ellie emotes made, and I helped them with a
Aw.
reference photo for this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
That's
god.
This emote, yeah.
That's so cute. I love that.
It's like, it's perfect. But like when Ellie was like in the car and she's like, it smells like burnt shit. Like, okay, this is like the feeling I got. It's like, did they think the show wasn't gonna get renewed for a second season, so they were kind of putting like part 2 stuff into part 1, like the of season 1? Because like that's the vibe I got, because they were playing part 2 music in it. They were putting like some stuff they say in part 2 in the part, like that's the vibe I got.
I feel like it's more of like a, because when the first game was made, they weren't intending to make a second one. Like they didn't even know if it would be
Yeah,
like do well enough to make a second game. But I feel like now that they know
Yeah.
they have these 2 stories,
yeah,
they can do more plants to
Yeah.
that'll pay off, in part 2. Like they can like just do a little more things here and there that kind of help build up to where the story goes.
yeah.
I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. It's more of like a build up, and they can better prepare for that. It's not like they made this one story and they didn't know if they would have more to talk about or more to share with the story,
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is.
But I like how they're doing that though. Like they're putting the music from part 2 into 1 and everyone's like, wait a minute.
I saw some people complaining about that, but I think it's fine.
It fits.
Yeah.
But it is exciting that we're getting season 2 though.
I know.
That got renewed real quick.
Oh. It should have been renewed after like episode 1, but because apparently like House of Dragons did or whatever.
I mean, that I'm not surprised because HBO is just like, yeah, we'll keep making Game of Thrones related stuff, so they already know that's gonna do well. But
Yeah.
I guess for Last of Us, they need to wait just a little bit longer to see if it would like keep up the momentum.
Yeah.
You're right, Max. We ain't ready for
Nope, we're
season
not.
2.
Gabby, I don't know if you saw the sub.
Oh yes, I did. Hi Sports, thank you so much for the resub.
I know we're kind of like jumping around between the
Yeah.
3 episodes. But when
It's
we
fine.
first saw Bill and he comes out of his house with the shotgun and the gas mask on, it reminded me of Bill right in the game. And then he like
Mhm.
pulls the mask off like, oh, there's no spores, but there's no spores. I love that detail.
I feel like he just played him so perfectly.
Oh, he
I agree.
did.
I agree.
And like when they were having the luncheon, Bill, Frank, and like Joel and Tess, and just Phil and Joel were just like, Joel's just eating, and Bill's just like, he's giving this look, I want you out off of my property. Like that's the vibe. I was like, yeah. Out.
They were like having a stare down across the table.
And then Frank and Tess were like, let's go have fun. And Bill and Joel were just like,
I like their little kind of frenemy type of friendship they had going on, a little relationship there. Like even at the end with the note, he was like, I didn't really like you, but
Yeah.
Bill was like, F the government, I'm staying at home. Yo.
Yeah, that whole sequence where it shows him like going out to like get supplies and stuff to like build around his house.
Mhm.
Like that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Home Depot is confirmed.
Yeah. It existed.
Yeah, it confirms because I don't know, can I talk about part 2? Like a part, like I won't say anything.
Yeah, as long as we're not talking about like what the story is.
Well, there's a chapter in the part 2, and it looks like a Home Depot. So permadeath runners and speed runners, they basically just call it Home Depot, literally. So when the Bill episode happened and he goes to a Home Depot, I was like, no way. It's confirmed.
I love that.
Home Depot's confirmed in Last.
There's a whole bunch of brands mentioned. I feel like on there. There's mention of like Starbucks, Arby's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, you even got Tampax in there. Like,
Oh, that part was interesting when Ellie's just
Yeah.
cutting at that.
cut in, and then she's just like.
I mean, I would have stabbed it too, honestly. Like, even if it's infected, I still feel bad it's stuck there.
Yeah.
You know, used to be a person once. I would be like, "Good night." I can't remember. I know they mentioned some. Oh, was it Chef Boyardee? They mentioned.
Oh
that
yeah,
too.
ravioli.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's.
I was like,
one.
that's my kind of lunch. Chill's like, yeah, this is like over 20 years old. I'll be like, yep, I'll still eat it.
I would too, honestly. feel like there was something else.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of like all the Easter eggs in the episodes that we've seen so far, but there's too much.
Which episode 3?
I don't
Or
know.
everything.
Just everything.
Everything.
Well, there was the old arcade game in the one
yeah!
store.
They changed it.
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat.
Well, they changed it to. I think they probably changed it to be like more like our time or something, or like a real game that like we would know.
Yeah, because I was gonna say
Yeah.
Angel Knives wasn't real, but I mean,
They should need.
maybe that was another sponsor. Maybe they paid them
Maybe.
to mention their name. With
Yeah.
all these, brands like we were just saying, just pop up. That studio's probably like, hey, can you mention Mortal Kombat?
Yep.
That's how they got
Yeah.
that big budget.
Probably.
I did
Yeah.
like Frank's paintings. His paintings
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah, they were cool.
I want one.
It was kind of heartbreaking watching him struggle, like
I
to paint at the end. I was like,
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cry more, I guess. It was hard not to cry. Like, I thought, oh, I'm not gonna cry watching this, and then I cried watching it so bad. I'm like, why am I crying?
When they got married,
Oh, I cried.
mm.
I'm so sad.
I see the background behind our photo, like our cameras.
Yeah.
That was
It's the
the end of
window.
that episode. I loved how when Joel and Ellie are driving away, you could see them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a nod to the first
To-
game with the,
yeah.
the like start screen.
Yeah.
And the second game. I'm not
Yep.
saying what though.
Yeah. Part of the reason why I put it on
Yes.
behind us.
That works. And like I listened to the podcast on episode 3, and apparently they said they shot windows that had to do with each episode, and it was gonna be right before the episode. And like they say, when the like opening credits happen and it says you can skip. Apparently they said it would just come up and it would say like press play, like start, like it would actually say that. And then when you go into the show, it would start to show up. But they said it didn't fit right, and then that's why they like kept the window from Bill's town in at the end, because it just fit perfectly.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool idea, but I can
Mhm.
see how that would be hard to make work.
Every episode. Well, they said
Mhm.
they filmed it. They said it would have just been people wouldn't understand it really, or
Yeah.
it was just would have been weird, or I don't know what.
Yeah, I
Especially
feel
if
like-
they didn't play the game.
Exactly. You play the game, then it makes sense. But if you
Yeah.
didn't, you'd be like,
They're like, what is this? But yeah, I never skip the opening credits. I can't.
No.
The music's too good. I get teary-eyed every time I listen to
I will never skip it.
it. It's like I can't skip it. It's like, can they not put the skip button? It's like, just get rid of it. Like
Everyone has to listen to it.
it's like I even watched like the preview, like the when you watch an episode and it shows what happened in the previous episode. I watch that too. I don't skip it. I watch it all.
Gotta see all of it.
I will disown anyone who skips it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
If you
That's how I
skip
feel
it,
with
it's
the
not good.
Daredevil theme song too.
Yeah.
Yes. I never skip that one. So
Mm,
good.
Me neither. I never.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
One time I wasn't paying attention to it. I rewind it and started again. The Daredevil one. I'm like, it's too good.
I know. I really hope they keep that, not to go off topic, but I really hope they keep that same theme when they have the new Daredevil show.
For
I
real.
know.
They better.
Maybe
fight
haven't
they
like
don't.
tweak it a bit, but they like have it the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like
Mhm.
just kind of like upgrade it, but like have it the
Yes.
same.
Yeah, yeah.
They had it briefly in the She-Hulk show.
Oh
You
yeah,
hear in
they
the
did, that's
background.
right.
Mhm. Yeah, I heard that.
I was
yes.
like, I know that song. Sorry, I like Marvel too.
Oh,
I think we all
I mean,
do.
Yeah.
me too.
Last of Us and Marvel are like my top two things. So, Michelle, yours is probably Last of Us and Jurassic
Hell yeah!
Park World stuff, correct?
Mhm.
Anything Jurassic, I'm there. Who's hotter, Cap or Joel? Joel.
Joel. I'm sorry, but I love both, but I say Joel.
I
It's
did
actually
not
hard.
hesitate.
The one thing, like I know we're going like I'm going way back, but like I know in like episode 1, Joel had his sleeves like rolled up like the game, but then like these past couple episodes he didn't, and I was just like, Joel, roll them up a little, just
Roll up your
a
sleeves.
little bit, like come on. Just take the shirt off. Like what?
Someone got to redeem Hydrate.
Well, like I said, that didn't phase me in episode 1, so I was
Max-
like, wait, is that happening?
Show those veins. Can't we all? For real, Darren. Just gonna mumble Jurassic Park. How dare?
I could do this all day. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see what's gonna happen the rest of the season, and wonder how it's gonna go or when it's gonna happen, and
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
like
I want
Michelle
to
was
talk
saying
about
earlier, like we only have 4 episodes left, so
What?
it's
No, we have 20 more episodes. I don't know what you're talking about.
So short. At least Mando comes out after.
March 1st, so we're gonna have Pedro
Oh,
twice a week for
yeah.
2 weeks.
I thought it was
Dude.
later in the month.
It's the year of Pedro.
True.
definitely.
This one, I think it's GameSpot on Instagram or Twitter, whatever, and they did a poll of Pedro Pascal's top like character, and Mandalorian won. And I'm like, okay, and I went under the Joel is second.
Mm.
People went, I know, right? I know. I love both, but I went under the comments, and this one person's like, I love Mandalorian, but Joel as Pedro is like a really good character to see Pedro, like his acting.
Yeah, like there's more room for a layered character.
Yes. Like, yes, he does it in Mando, but you can't see his face.
Yeah.
And apparently he came out and said he cannot see crap with that helmet on. He says he walks into things and he like, I'm just like, jeez. That's probably why when he's on set, you see it like on top of his head. That's why he's like this, the helmet like on his head.
He needs a break from that.
Yeah.
It's like wearing a Spider-Man mask at a con. You can't see anything.
True.
Us cosplayers.
Cosplay life.
Yeah.
Helmet stays on when cuddling. Oh, jeez. Well, this is what's gonna happen when Mandalorian comes out. All I'm gonna think is Joel is under the Mandalorian armor.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna think. And all my friends are gonna be like, "You crazy?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not."
Donnell
that's
redeemed to
Joel.
hydrate.
For all of us?
Probably. I think that was for me though.
He said hydrate, ladies.
I have to stop laughing or I'm gonna choke.
Thanks for the
Nice.
hydrate, Elno.
Don't choke.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, like I can't wait for the rest of the season to come out. Show's is crazy.
Gypsy, you're crazy.
What? I can't think of anything else. What do you guys think? Like, do you want to predict what's coming? Or you don't want to do that yet?
No, because I mean,
We kind of know
we
what's coming.
can no. Aside from like the little additions here, there, because there's still a few new characters we have to meet. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just want to know when we're getting Troy's episode and when we're getting Ashley's.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
I'm not saying a thing.
You already know, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I know they put out like, well, those like fan pages put out like, oh, this episode's this episode's that. I've been avoiding those. So I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Like, I'm just gonna watch and see when they come up. Like, I know technically it's out there, but
Yeah. I won't
especially
say.
the thing I no longer pay attention to is the runtime, because I've seen a lot of those pages be wrong about the runtime. Like, it's either sometimes shorter or longer. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's some that are right though, so
I mean, some were, but like there were some that were way off. I was like, you said this was gonna be this long. You lied. I'm not listening to you no more.
you lied to me.
You lie. You are like Papa. If you've never seen Stranger Things, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but it took me a
Yeah,
while.
me too.
Hey yo, you got a raid.
Oh my gosh. Sergeant Raccoon, thank you so much for the raid.
Whoop, whoop.
I appreciate it.
Let's go. You could do a message or something? This is your stream.
Oh.
Tell
I
them
mean,
what's
normally
up.
I do a raid song, but I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
Why not? What does it sound like?
You haven't heard it?
I don't think so. Gabby's like, oh well.
But how was your stream, Raccoon? I hope it was good. And welcome in, Raiders. We're talking about Last of Us, episodes 3, 4, and 5. So we are talking spoilers. So I'm sorry if you haven't seen the show.
We're gonna ruin the whole show for you. No, I'm kidding. Not the whole thing.
Well, we kind of already did, but
Not
yeah.
really. I mean, we haven't talked about the ending, which I
what
won't say anything
ending?
of the first season. It's gonna be the same shit.
Me just being
Well,
a cry ball. Like,
okay,
cry.
without saying anything, I am curious if the last scene of the season is going to be different from the last season of the game, because I know Neil has talked about
Mm-hmm.
wanting to change that,
Mm-hmm.
especially when he wrote the script for the movie, because they were originally doing a movie. He talked about how he changed the ending. So I've always wondered, what would he change? Because it seems perfect.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he would do.
Different location.
Maybe. He's so...
I mean, he has thrown us some
Neil!
curveballs.
No!
so-
I love the man, but he drives me crazy with those
me
mysterious comments.
me going on Twitter begging him to give me Last of the Skins in Fortnite.
Yo, when he tweeted that wasn't happening, I could hear your heart breaking.
Yeah, you heard. Yep, you heard it from like 100 miles.
I was like, oh, there it goes.
But no, apparently they said there might be a chance now because of the show, and it's doing so well, and everyone's like, "Ooh."
We'll see. Maybe he'll warm up to the idea.
Well, it's like he did it with Uncharted in the movie. It's like, come on.
They had Uncharted in Fortnite?
Yeah, they have the game version and the movie version. They just have Nate and
Oh.
Chloe. Game
Huh.
and movie.
Then
Both
what the heck?
skins. Yep, see? See? See?
Then that's if he's already done it for one of them.
Yeah, they got to do it for this one.
And now
The
that
show.
now that the game's coming to PC, people are like, this is more reason that they might add it now.
True.
And the show.
It's true.
So people are saying if it doesn't come out anytime soon, it'll probably come after the TV show's over. And then probably around when the game comes out on PC.
I
I
can
don't
see
know.
that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people want it too. It's not just me.
No, it's just you.
Yep, it's just me. Just one crazy fan.
That would be a way to get me back into the game. Although I do need to get back on to get Geralt.
Yes, you do.
I gotta do that. We should
It's
do
really
that soon.
easy too. If you need help, I could help.
Yeah, if you're free at any point this week, let's do it.
Okay.
I don't even play Fortnite.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't listen to anyone. It's fine.
I only like it if I have friends to play
Yes.
with. I don't play it by myself.
If you play with friends, it's so much fun.
Okay, I might
Download
consider it. I might consider it.
Sometimes
Really?
I play by myself, and sometimes I'm like,
I don't know. People.
It's kind of
get
like
too aggressive.
GTA though. Like it's always more fun to play with other people.
mm-hmm. It is.
That's true. That begs the question: is it fun or are your friends fun? No, because I've played some games with friends that were just terrible, and I was
Mhm.
like, even our chaos can't make this fun. I played some games where I'm like, this is bad. I can't do this.
I'm glad your stream was good, Raccoon. Post-apocalyptic Moscow sounds fun and terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Not just being a hater.
Yep.
Always hating.
So how would you rank episodes 1 through 5 right now?
Like in order of favorite to least?
Yes.
I actually thought about this yesterday and I had a ranking. I don't even know if I remember it.
I know it's really hard. Like a lot of people have asked me, and I'm just like, I know 5's my first, but I can't think of the rest. I
You
can't.
see,
I know it's
That's
hard.
hard.
Like it made me
That's
think
hard.
about it again too. It's like, yes, 5 is so good, but then I'm just like, wait, no, I don't know. And then
I
I
think-
I gave up.
I'm gonna go off of. Oh shit! I was like, what I want to rewatch the most, but then I'm like, because for me, my number one at first was 4
Mhm.
because I just really liked that it just gave us so much time with the two of them together,
Yeah, that too.
and it wasn't
Mhm.
it wasn't so painful. It wasn't
Yeah.
a very painful episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My list yesterday was 4, 3. Was it 4, 3, 5? I think it was 4, 3, 5, 1, 2. I think. Possibly. It's not that I hate 2. It's just I think 1 has more going on for it than 2. Like, there's just so much. Like it was just so mind blowing to see how accurate it was.
Yeah.
But I still, I mean, I love all of them.
I just like all the clickers in part 2. The second episode. I don't know. I've been thinking about it.
It's hard.
It is hard.
That's why I said I might just figure that out when all the episodes come out, because it's difficult.
Yeah.
But no, you are asking that because you don't like the game. Okay, if we said Overwatch, you would not ask that question. If I said, "Oh, I only play Overwatch when I play it with friends," you wouldn't be like asking that question. So shut up.
Oh my gosh.
He's trying to fight me right now. I'll fight right back. Talking all this smack. He's so
Ooh.
full of it.
Ooh.
Ban him. Ban his ass.
man.
He's VIP. Whatever.
But hey, Michelle, you're a mod.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I can ban him. Let me go in.
Oh my
Get him.
gosh. Yeah, I really.
He says, "Do it, coward." You see? He's starting it, Mom. He's starting it. You bully.
Michelle, does this work? Even though it's.
What? Oh my god!
I love that emote.
I know, it's so good.
It's about time I got one of those. A bonk.
I wondered why it took so long. Just kidding.
What are you insinuating?
When you play Ghost of Tsushima?
I know, I really needed it for that. I really did. But it's fine. I'm sure I'll have more games where I can thirst over characters in the future. That I'm excited for when that comes out. They're making aren't they doing a movie on it? I think it's a movie for Ghost.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So many games are getting adapted now that I hope they're learning from The Last of Us. You know?
Oh no, yeah.
Like, look what happens when you are true to the material.
Like I said, I probably said this last time, but like, if this show does not win awards, what is wrong? Because like the costumes, the prosthetics, the infected, the clothing, the makeup, like the sets. They built that whole set where the sniper scene was. They built that whole thing. They built it all.
I wish I could have been on that set. I keep seeing photos and I'm like, that's so cool.
Yes. Yep. I would have been ducking behind cars. I'm like, I'm in my game. Yeah, they said there were so many fans on the crew that were fans of the games. So like they had everyone like they made sure everything was good.
Yeah, they have a very dedicated team, which I like.
Trying to think of anything else that we
missed. I really can't think of anything. I think we got everything.
Yeah, we got, all the big stuff.
I just know that episode 3 was just so sad and beautiful, and then 4 was so true for the fans and action packed, and then 5 was so good and then sad.
It was like 3 and 4 combined.
Yes. Yeah, that's what people were saying. That. Yeah.
JMC asked, "What do you think of the HBO merch?"
They need more.
That's what I was gonna say. I checked back to see if they get more, but apparently they haven't added.
They only added 2 things.
What?
Just like hats.
Oh, just baseball hat, like baseball caps, or like.
There's like a regular cap, and then there's a snapback. The snapback is I think the Firefly logo, and the regular one says The Last of Us. I want the regular one.
The Last of Us, yeah.
We got 4 more episodes.
Yeah.
That
should be more though.
6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. Done.
And it will be really interesting to see where they go from here.
Yeah, are they gonna wait a couple of years?
Well, Bella made it sound like they were gonna start filming like near the end of the year. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Wow. If it takes them another 9 months to film another season, it's gonna be a bit.
True.
The first one took, I think it was 9 months.
Yeah, and part 2 is bigger. I have a feeling they're gonna have to have more episodes, or they're gonna break
They're
it
doing 2
down.
seasons
Or like 2 seasons.
for it because it's so long. Yeah, the first game is the first season.
Yep.
JMC, I was hoping they would do that. I was hoping the show would cover the years that like the gaps, but it doesn't seem like they are.
Mm-mm.
I wanted
That
all
would be
of
cool
it.
to see, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all that time, Joel and Tommy between the 20 years.
It's a lot. Who knows? Maybe we'll get flashbacks or something.
Could. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I think I saw Gabriel Luna post on Twitter that Tommy's going to be coming back the next episode.
Yep.
Shiro's like, I already saw the preview. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I miss Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, "Where's Tommy?" Oh, I'm gonna think. Oh man. Oh, I can't say it.
Struggle.
From the game, it's just a really funny thing. From not the remake, but the remastered. If they have it in the show, I'm gonna lose it, but I don't know if they will. It's just this one thing that this one guy says to Tommy, but I don't know. I don't want to say it unless you want me to say it.
No, up to you.
I won't spoil anything. It's like this dude is just trying to like. He needs help with the horse's foot, and he's like, "Hey Tommy, give me a hand with this." That's all he says. But the way he says it is so funny.
Oh, I remember that.
It's just so funny. It's like, "Hi Tommy, give me a hand." Like I don't even.
Oh,
They better have the dog.
Oh my god, Buck.
I swear.
Please. I hope they have a doggy.
I guess we'll see.
but like overall, I really, really love that they're staying true to the game with this
Mhm.
show overall. Like they're doing such a great job, and I love it.
Yeah. Which dog? Should we answer that?
There's a dog that comes up. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. I don't even know what considers this to be a spoiler anymore.
I know. It's like, do I say it? Do I not say it? I'm just not gonna say it.
It's a struggle. And the
In the first.
we're like, it's like, do we? The dog is in the game. How about that?
Yep.
Maybe is that an appropriate answer?
I'm trying to remember. Oh,
Yes.
the answer is yes. It's in the game somewhere.
Somewhere.
I'm just excited to see everything. I'm just. I wonder if
Gives
we're
us
gonna.
something to look forward to every week.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah, we had to wait longer for this episode, but it's like when it hit Sunday, it felt like for a second during the day, like it was like 9:06, and when I went on Twitter and saw that the Naughty Dog account was like, "You could stream the new episode," I was like, "Wait, what? A new episode?"
So, yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I already watched that."
Yeah. It's like we saw it 2
So
days
it was
ago.
So it was like when they said that, I was like, "Oh, we're already a week away." So it's not that bad. I'm like, today's Tuesday, so it's like it's
Yeah.
coming.
No,
Yes,
I'm impatient.
but like
Too
I'm
long.
happy. I'm happy they're giving us an episode each week instead of
Oh, yeah.
binge watching it because there'd be spoilers. Like I like to take my time watching this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know you do.
Ah, you get.
But I feel like, so anytime someone tells me that they don't want to watch the show yet because they want to binge it when it's done, I'm like, I always insist that they shouldn't do that. Only
Yeah,
because
of
it's
spoilers.
such a, well, not even just that. It's such a heavy show. I can't imagine going through all those emotions in one day.
Oh,
gosh.
I would just be a
Like-
wreck.
Like, that's too much.
It is way too much. Like,
You
that's
need
why
breaks.
agree.
That's why I took my time with the second game when I played through it.
Oh no, I
Like,
tortured myself.
It took me
What?
forever to play part 2.
I tortured myself. I just went through it in 2 days.
Oh, it took me like, when did it come out? Was it the six? What did it was it? What was it like June 16 or 19?
I don't know because they kept moving the release date, so I forgot.
I think it was the 19th, and then like I finished it the 26th of that month of
Oh my God.
June. Like I took my time. I took my time 'cause I
no.
wanted to find like everything.
Well, I didn't want spoilers. I was already scared because I had to spend 2 months trying to avoid spoilers because of the leaks. So I was like,
Hmm.
today's the day. Let's
That
go
makes
in. No sleep for me.
And then you were a mess for like the next like 5 months, right?
Oh yeah. No, like I played it, got traumatized, took a day, and then started playing it again. Like I was like, I'm gonna start my second playthrough already, but I took my time on the second time.
Yeah,
The first time I was
yeah.
rushing it because I just wanted to know the story. But then when I went back in, that's when I took my time and like looked at everything, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a big
Mhm.
game.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
a really big game.
It took me forever to play part 2.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I know you were.
Michelle's judging us. Like, okay.
Y'all take too long.
Jeez. Yeah, it's like
Oh
my
yeah,
watch
yeah. You
list.
can pet the dog.
Yes. Look it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's a you pet the dog. Oh.
Mm.
Darren, yeah, that's true. It makes me
Mhm.
think of back in the day when like I used to watch a lot of HBO shows and I would always look forward to Sundays. I'd be like, oh, here we go today. Yo, that was me with True Blood. True Blood had me seated every Sunday, 9 p.m. Never would miss it. So now I'm back to doing that, but with this.
That was me with Walking Dead.
Oh, I know.
That was me with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, me too. Yes. Yep, I would watch those live too.
Even when it was on, even in season 4, when it was on at like 10 o'clock on a
Oh,
school
I
night,
had
was
to
like,
record those. I would like fall asleep, not gonna lie.
I was like, even though I'm gonna regret it in the morning, I'm watching it.
Yeah, because if it's something you're like really into, you don't want to potentially get spoiled, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, when sorry, getting off topic, but when WandaVision came out, I watched it right when I woke up the day of, and then I'd watch it again with my parents. So I'd watch it like twice in one day, because like Scarlet Witch is like my favorite. So it's
Mhm.
like if anything, oh man,
No, it's a good thing you did that.
It would have been
people
the
don't
end
know
of
how
the
to-
world.
That's so
With all those
annoying
Marvel
that
shows, people just
people are
instantly
like
have
that.
to tweet it.
Because like they come out at 3 a.m. my
Mhm.
time, and I'm like, I'm not waking up or staying up that late for that. No way.
A lot of people
That's-
do.
That's why I'm happy Last of Us is at 9 p.m. Sunday night, because I'm like at night I'm more awake anyway. Like that, not like at 3 in the morning though, but like at
Mhm.
9, and I'm like, I'm ready.
Yeah, it's a good time.
And yeah, people post Last of Us spoilers right after it airs too. I see
They
'em.
do it while it's airing.
And that too, yeah.
I'm
It's-
like, shut up.
Jeez.
Like, this is people that just can't watch it immediately, you know? Some
like I
people
know a
got
lot of people do
jobs
like
and
Discord.
stuff.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying that, you know, people can't watch it right away. For some people, that's too late because they got to get up really early, you know?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, and, like, I know some people do, like, Discord watch parties. I'm like, yeah, that'd be so cool to be in a Discord watch party, but, like, I have to watch it by myself.
Same.
And then I'll watch like, if someone does another watch party, like, after, then I would watch it. I just have to watch it.
Mhm.
Same. I watch it by myself. Like I have my like channel on my Discord where like I'll just like I'll chat in there.
Yeah, I
But,
was
like,
chatting in it this past week.
Yeah, like that's just the most that I'll do.
Yeah,
Like,
that's yep.
like if there's something I need to say while I'm watching it, like I'll just put it in there. But I'm not on my phone. Like I'm
Mhm.
actually paying attention to it. You
Mhm.
know. Max is like out of nowhere. I ate McDonald's. Okay, but what did you eat? I need to know the details. Oh, now I want McDonald's.
Didn't Bill in episode 3 say I'm not an Arby's or something? Like,
Yeah,
I think he's
Yeah, I'm not an Arby's.
Yeah, because he was talking about like he's like, oh, and anyone you meet is gonna try coming here for a free lunch, and this is not an Arby's. And Frank's like, Arby's didn't have free lunch.
It's a
Yeah.
It's a
restaurant.
restaurant.
And then I like how the next day, the official like Arby's Instagram posted it.
They posted the Last of Us related photo.
Oh,
That was so
man,
good.
that's great. That's
Funny.
just great. I love how stuff like that gets like involved.
You had nuggies. I want.
That's what I get.
I actually prefer their burgers. I like their burgers.
All this food talk now.
I know. I'm hungry.
It's like it's almost like 8:40, and I'm like, I had dinner, but I'm hungry again.
I'm hungry. I gotta make something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cereal never fails this late at night, honestly. That's what I eat.
All right. Well, if no one has anything, other thoughts or anything,
Does anyone in chat have anything? 'Cause I
They're
can't.
talking about food.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, chat's not helping right now.
It's making me hungrier.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. All I know is I'm excited for next episode.
Same.
Same here.
So we will be talking after episode 7, correct?
Yes.
Yes. hmm And then after that, the
It'll
last
be the finale.
one of these would be 8 and 9.
Okay, cool.
Jamesy, that sounds disgusting.
Wait, what?
He's like, make a Last of Us themed restaurant.
Plover burgers.
Infected fries.
Write this down. Write it down.
It's genius.
Wow.
But now, if you're not gonna bring me fries, don't talk about them. He's like tasty
chicken
golden
tenders.
fries.
clicker chicken tenders.
That's pretty funny.
That is
I like
really
that.
that is.
Wow.
Does anyone have an artist to like make this? Make like an actual photo of it.
He's trying to fight me.
Again.
Yeah. I'm too tired.
So,
All right. So the next one of these streams will be on the 28th, right?
Yes.
Check the calendar. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I
So episode 6 is
Yes.
the 19th. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, the end of February already.
That's crazy.
I wanna talk about time. Time is flying by and I don't like it.
Really?
Too fast. All right, ladies. Well, this was a lot of fun. Again,
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
of course. And thank you everyone in chat for hanging out.
Yeah, talking about food.
Yeah, making us hungry.
Yeah, talking about nuggies again.
Had fun. Had so much fun today.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the next one.
We can talk about how we cried more.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sure, it's gonna happen.
Oh, probably will. I'd be shocked if one of these episodes don't make me cry. I'd be like, they did
It's
something.
impossible.
Yeah.
All these names of different food
I know,
items.
they just keep naming.
The deluxe sandwich of Ellie.
Oh,
Ellie
and
and her
onion
sandwich.
rings.
It would
Y'all-
be funny if Ellie like legit threw a sandwich at an infected because she said like that.
Yeah.
Well, I know who she can throw a sandwich at, but I can't say it. But if you played part 2, you know.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Everyone's like, what the frick are you talking about?
if you know, you know.
Yep.
At Bay's burrito. Yep. That's true. Okay, stop with this food talk.
We're talking about Last of Us, not food.
They're making food Last of Us related.
Yeah.
Tommy's tomato soup. What the frick?
That sounds kind of good right now.
Yeah, I know.
I like tomato soup.
All right. Well, I think that's our cue to like go get some food then, I guess.
Let's go.
All right. Well, I will see you guys next time
Yeah.
with more Last of Us.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.